Superman number 20, written by Scott Lobdell, art by Aaron Cooter. So, last issue, Orion, there was a weird thing where everyone was acting weird at a party. Superman then got attacked by Orion, and then this issue is so quick to go through. But first, we get a weird little parallel timeline, something like that, where Ma and Pa Kent are still alive. They're visiting Clark in Metropolis, and he's got like the penthouse suite and all that. And he's just like, oh yeah, no, ever since the wedding, everything's been fine. And his parents are proud of him, and they're all, happy that he's there. But they'd like him to come back to Smallville if he ever gets the urge to. And we see that in this universe. Oh, by the way, they also explicitly mentioned that Superman was killed by Doomsday. Like, at least in this parallel timeline thing, that definitely happened. So we see that the woman that he supposedly married was Lana Lang. So she's here. They got a little puppy. And as they're kissing on the balcony, all of a sudden, Orion's fist just shatters through the entire memory. And it turns out that this was some weird, hallucination or something like that. And he's been seeing things as of last issue and even the issue before. So this is just continuing on that. So Orion's beating the crap out of him. He recaps how he got here. And he's like, okay, now that I am back in the real world, let's take care of this. And he just punches Orion through an entire battleship. And Orion's like, ow, that actually hurt. You hurt me. And Superman just keeps on laying on the punches. And he's like, all right, tell me what your name is, why you're attacking me, or else you're going to be doing the same thing, but later through a straw. And Orion's like, I don't think you know who I am. Let me clear that up for you. You are the problem here. The prophecy said, I got to kill you. And he's like, what do you mean prophecy? And immediately Orion lands some sucker punches on him. And then proceeds to pick up a battleship from the harbor and try to drop it down on Superman. He uses heat vision, though, to superheat the metal and causes it to collapse down on Orion, which gives him just a second to breathe. At that point, Wonder Woman shows up and is like, hey, Superman, how's it going? You won the battle? And he's like, nah, I don't think so. I'm really struggling here. And she's like, no problem. We'll just fight him together. And so Orion breaks out of the ship, locks eyes with Diana, and he's like, oh, hey, it's you. And Wonder Woman's like, oh, why are you here? Because if you didn't know, in Wonder Woman, they were teaming up. And also Orion smacked her on the ass and kissed her. So there's some history there. But regardless, that causes things to calm down long enough where Orion's like, okay, maybe we can talk this out. Here's the thing. We have reason to believe that Hector Hammond, who, yes, is a part of this plot, has infected your mind and is just kind of living in there. And Superman's like, that explains why I'm seeing things. And so Wonder Woman uses her lasso to basically force Hector out of Clark's mind, which I don't think makes any sense, but it works. And Hector starts freaking out, and he's just like, how did you manage to find me? I was in the deepest parts of his subconscious. And so Orion uses his mother box to not only expel Hammond from Superman's mind, but set up psychic walls so that he will never be able to get back in again. And we see Hector is woken back up in his own body back in Star Labs. So Wonder Woman and Orion share an awkward moment where Wonder Woman's like, well, bye, get out of here. And he's like, you don't want to, back to doing what we were doing before? And she's like, no, bye. And he apologizes for Superman for trying to kill him. And Superman's like, yeah, okay, get out now, please. So at that point, Superman and Wonder Woman just hug. And they're like, maybe we could just, go back home, chill for the rest of the night. And he's like, yeah, no, totally. Although I do have this weird feeling. Like there's something, I don't know, something in the back of my mind. And then we see deep in Superman's subconscious is the Lana that he married in that weird subconscious dream thing, and she's stumbling around a destroyed Metropolis saying, Superman, where are you? It's me, your wife. And we see that she is like just a husk of a human being walking around. And that's it. That's the issue. I mean, it's okay. It's not the worst thing. It's read very quickly because nothing was really happening. It was a scene that I had no context for, which I did read. Like, I didn't just glance over it, I read it, and then as soon as I realized, oh, it's a dream, I just put it out of my mind. Then we have an extended fight scene, and then Orion just fixes it with a mother box and Wonder Woman's lasso. And that's it. That's the issue. I'm sure we're not done with Hector. I mean, the cover for the next issue basically proves that, but like, I feel like we're done. I feel like this is wrapped up. Sure, we've got that weird Lana in the back, but Hector is no longer a factor in that. That's just weird Lana's inside of Superman's subconscious now. So I don't know where this is going. I barely even know where it came from. So I mean, to rate it, I guess I'll just give it like, I'll give it like a 6. I almost want to say 0.5, but I'm just going to say 6. It's not great. Every issue feels so just independent that it's not making me care about going into the next issue. So yeah, 6.